What up, guys? What's up, Buffoon? Good morning, good morning. Starting off a pretty crazy project today. There's a lot of buttons on this one, a lot of parts. So yeah, we got to get moving. Good morning. Yeah, we got to do a build for the homie SpetsTheWise, all the way out in the UK. Big up. So the theme today is the Joker. You guys already know the Joker. Apparently we are in the FGC Dark Ages. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know what you mean by that, but like I know it from my perspective as well. Like I could kind of feel that we're kind of in like, we're going into like a little rut. Hey Retta, good morning. Hopefully everybody's feeling all right today. What's today, guys? Is it Friday? Oh, it's Fightstick Friday. Holla! I need a sample of that Missy Elliott. Holla! From Get Your Freak On. That'd be hilarious. Happy Fightstick Friday, guys. So I'm not going to show you the graphics just yet because I've been realizing that most of the time when I do the intro like 5 times. So I'll get to the point where like there's a couple people in here, then we could do the intro for the video. If I happen to put it on YouTube. Sometimes I don't really do the full edit for my videos. But sometimes I'll just let the live rock, you know? Like I'll just leave the live. Actually, I leave all the live broadcasts on YouTube. Twitch, it stays on as long as I have space, I guess. But what's up, Retta? How are you? Happy Friday. Hey, is my levels good? Does the music need to go up? Is my mic too loud? You guys let me know, man. I think it looks like my mic's a little loud. I'm gonna lower it just a bit. And then I'm gonna turn up the tunes a little bit. Hello from the Seychelles. Wow. That is probably the most exotic place. What is your name? G? I can't read. Well, you have a mix of hiragana and some random letters. G something. Yeah, I can't read that, brother. Yeah. I do have the overlay, Retta. Hold on, man. I think my mic is too hot, guys. One sec. I'm gonna just lower my mic real quick. I keep yelling and it's like peaking. I can see it on my screen, like going nuts. Okay, how's that? Matthew, hindi. Hindi. Too expensive, brother. Sobrang mahal to ship. Don't forget dollars. Oo, Pinoy ako. Sheesh, it's been a while since I've been able to come through. Yo, Cinnamon, holy, what's up, Cinnamon? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, I'm just chilling, man. We're gonna do this build today. Beast, what up, fam? Beast, man, I can't wait to see those builds you got when you finish those builds. There's no, yeah, Retta, I do have my overlay. Here, I'll switch to my overlay. Yeah, so we do have the overlay today as well. I figured I could like switch between cameras. Whoa. Okay. Okay, I'm working on the sides right now. That's all set. Today's build's gonna be kind of freaking gnarly, guys, like crazy gnarly. Super gnarly, dude. Oh man, people still got COVID? That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Hopefully they feel better. Which province did you come from in the Philippines? I was born in Manila, Matthew. Yeah, but my family has been gone for, like, we left it a long time ago. in the 80s. I'm really old. A lot of people think I'm like 22. But yeah, my family left in the 80s. And I was only like maybe 5 or 6 years old, something like that, when we came to the States. So, kalimutan ako ang Tagalog, you know. Kunti lang. Can understand most of it, but my ability to speak Tagalog is whack. All right, so you got COVID, but for the 2 builds and playing some Fortnite. Wait, hold on. What are you doing right now? That the ladder's on me. Are you from Manila? Yeah. I was just there. Matthew, I was just there. I had to visit my pops. Unfortunately, my pops passed away, but I got to see him before he passed away. Rest in peace to my pops, yo. Yeah, rest in peace to pops. But yeah, I was there in the last summertime. Yeah, I didn't really, I didn't really want to talk about it, like make a big deal about it. You know what I'm saying, on stream or whatever. Yeah, but Matthew, so I was born in Manila, but my dad is he's from Dumaguete. So I spent some time in Manila visiting like my fam. Yo, I balled out too. I'm not gonna lie, I balled out. Me and my brother were like, fuck that. We're going to BGC. So we stayed in BGC, dope ass hotel in BGC. We stayed at Seda in BGC, hung out in BGC, you know, just did that thing, and then we went to Dumaguete. Completely opposite. But sometimes you gotta ball out, man. You know, haven't been to the Philippines in a long time. Yeah, but I appreciate that. Yeah, I did get to see my pops before he had passed away. Okay, yo, G, I'm just gonna call you G because I can't understand the rest of your of your tag, G. But acrylic versus wood, pros and cons, making a fight stick. Yeah, okay. I started off with wood. Pause. No diddy. All right, I started off with wood. But it just takes so long to do all the woodworking, and it's like really bad for your health, man. You know, breathing all that sawdust in and whatnot. And if you drop your stick or damage it, you know, like it dents the wood and you got to repaint it. Kind of a little nightmare. But you can make some nice stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, because it's wood and it's not so rigid, yeah, it kind of you know. Acrylic, yeah, I hear the arguments about acrylic, but I use the thick stuff. Look, this is a 1/4 inch. See, it's pretty thick, 1/4 inch, and then it gets backed up by another 1/8 inch of acrylic. So you could make a really cheap acrylic stick, right? And it'll be like brittle. But if you use the right material, you should be good. Sorry guys, I had to turn on my camera. Yeah, Ganache, bro. Beast, I know you guys you guys love your KO, love your Garo and everything. But man, I don't know what those guys are thinking. I'm not really digging those vibes, like you know, putting what's his face in it first, the soccer player. That's cool. Right? Especially for the Latin American fans, that's cool, right? But then like this guy, who the hell is this guy? Like, no offense, man, but he's not that good of a DJ to be, you know. If it was like, I don't know, like a real DJ. I don't know. I guess I'm hating, but whatever. Like as a DJ myself, I've never heard of that guy. Can I just say that? I've been DJing since 95. Okay? Yeah, Skrillex, awesome. David Guetta, Deadmau5. Yeah, that's that. But like, I never damn heard of this guy. Like, I don't care what he's done. He's just never been Saudi Prince's favorite. Jesus Christ. There we go, and that's the reason why. That's the reason why he's in the game, because those guys back SNK. Terrible, bro. Terrible. He spun at. I don't care. I don't know. I don't know him. Like, do you listen? No, I didn't listen to New Skrillex album. I never heard of this guy, Beast. And listen, I'm not like a EDM guy. I'm not like an EDM guy, so maybe that's what it is. But like in the world of like dope DJs, like that really are dope. Like I'm talking the likes of like A-Track and stuff, and J-Rock and all these dope DJs. Like that guy doesn't mean anything to me. So I'm like, why is he in a freaking video game? Yeah, but you answered it right there. Saudi Prince, I guess, right? All right, so we're getting the bottom panel ready. Yeah, he's an EDM head. Yeah. I mean, there's way better DJs than that dude. All right, yeah, I'll listen to the. I'm not like the biggest Skrillex fan, but I'm not gonna deny how talented that kid is, man. I'm not gonna deny his talent. He's like super talented, not just like music, like sound design and like. He's just mad talented. Is it like dubsteppy? Okay, so G says Garo Mark of the Wolves versus Last Blade 2. I like Garo better. I feel like Last Blade's kind of slow, you know. But I do like Garo. Like it relates to me a little bit more. I just like 2D, like the traditional 2D fighters. But you know, that's just my opinion. Someone's gonna be nasty with him, bro. Dude, you know what it is though? Like I instantly got turned off by the game. I was like, man, you know, I was kind of hype about it, and I was like, I don't want to be playing this game. If this is like what this game's gonna be. They wasted 2 character slots on guest characters that are like, it's just literally like, it's there to sell copies on day 1 and day 2, and no one's gonna ever play it again. Yeah, Deadmau5 would be a dope character. Yeah, I like Deadmau5. Yeah, Deadmau5 is dope. Skrillex mad popular though. I canceled my pre-order. Yeah, bro. I already damn paid for the game. Well, I mean, I'm on a different boat, Buffoon, because I have to always buy stuff for the local. But yeah. All right, we're getting these panels set up, guys. It just like left a bad taste in my mouth. That's all. I played a bit of everything. The Battle of the Wolves event, just celebration. Oh, I understand that 100%. You know what I mean? But like, it was just like a big turnoff for me. You know what I mean? I was like, well, really, guys? Like, and then I didn't really know. Like, I didn't read about it, but I heard there was some sort of affiliation that like SNK got backed by like a Saudi company or whatever. And then this totally makes sense now. You know, Saudi Prince's favorite DJ or whatever. He's in the game. That completely makes sense. Two character slots for celebs and free DLC for 5 characters and more slots left though. Yeah. Listen, like I think they should have just did the fan service first and then dropped the best characters as DLC. Even if they announced them right away, they'd be like, "Yo, this guy's coming," you know, and people can kind of still get the same hype. But like, man, make the freaking base fans happy, you know. Like make the real fans who are excited for the game happy first, you know, instead of you gonna go ham in CVS too, bro? That's what everyone says. Like they're gonna go ham in the game and then they don't. So, Buffoon, you know how many times I heard that, bro? I'm gonna play as Marvel 2 when that comes out. You guys stop playing Marvel 2. I believe you, but you're a real gamer. Like I understand, but you know how many people You know how many people, they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna go play Marvel 2 again. Like, okay. Like, you would have been playing Marvel 2 on Fightcade if that was a true statement. Like, you'd be playing right now on Fightcade. But you're gonna wait for Capcom Collection to come out to play again? Nah. Because Fightcade's where it's at. Yo, Beast, do people still play, Garo on Fightcade? Like, that's probably, like, the best spot for it, right? Other than, like, real life. You hate Fightcade? I don't like it either, but, like, let me rephrase that. I think Fightcade is amazing for what it is. It's not perfect, but it does bring people and communities together. Yo, what up, Tech? You know what I'm saying? Like, where can you go online and fight the killers from Brazil? Nowhere. Hold on, guys. My mic is crazy hot right now. Mic check, mic check. Oh, that's too hot. Check, check, check. Okay. I think we're at a better spot. Yeah, my mic was way too hot, man. Check, check, check. Yeah, see, but mainly on Fightcade too. That's what I'm saying. Everyone's on Fightcade. I'm gonna go ham on TGM4 after work. Oh, God. I'm over here still playing Street Fighter 6. You know what I mean? I'm playing Street Fighter 6 still. It's crazy. Guys, if you were to have me build a fight stick for you, what theme would you have me do? Like, what would be your theme? What's the most creative themes you can think of? Because, like, you know, doing these Street Fighter, Tekken, you know, all the normal video game stuff, like, I love it and all, and, you know, I excel at those, and those are my bread and butter. But, like, sometimes I get really hyped when I get to do, like, a fun project, you know? Like, this one's actually super fun. You know, this one's super fun because it's, like, you know, really, really mainstream character. So I'm cool with that. I will show you guys the graphics as soon as I finish the sides, and then we'll run it back. I'll show you the graphics in a sec. Okay, I'm grabbing my USB bundle right now, and I'm gonna. Did I have the buttons? Yeah, I do have the buttons right here. Jet Set Radio. It's been done already. CDZ. We already did that one. See, DZ, we did Nash. What did we do? Nash for you? Nash and Cammy. I would paint my version of it using watercolor paint. That's dope, man. You know what's Buffoon, you know, someone has done that before. They asked me for just a blank page. They asked me for a blank sheet. You know how I cut all the artwork, right? So yeah, people were like, hey, I'm gonna draw, or have my girlfriend draw, whatever, the graphic, or like paint it, and they literally just asked me for a blank sheet. I was like, yo, that is cool, man. But, you know, I would be worried about watercolor, because, like, it might, I don't know, I guess it'll be fine, because it'll be trapped underneath acrylic, but it might warp the paper, you know what I'm saying? Tyler, the Creator? No, I understand. Is he your favorite rapper? Tyler, the Creator. That guy says some wild stuff, bro. You would do an Aztec Mayan god? Like, yo, that's fire. That's fire. You like the Keiku stuff? Yeah. Hand sweat my fog and mess. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a little risky. Maximum, you know what we would have to do? And by the way, what's up? How are you? You know what we'd have to do? You would have to clear coat it. Like, after you're done with the piece, maybe flatten it with like an iron, you know, maybe like put like a piece of cloth on top of it, flatten it, and then hit it with a clear coat. That would be probably the best situation. Or something like that, like something to stabilize it. There is stuff like that. When I used to do fine art, like back in the school, they sold like stuff like that. Hairspray, yeah, boom, that's good. There we go. But you know what I was talking about. You understood the assignment. Okay, check this out, guys. So we're doing a purple and green mashup for the USB pass-through. Gotta show the camera here too. Beastie Boys, that's fire. Beastie Boys, yeah. Rest in peace, MCA. That's fire. Yeah, I would love to do more hip-hop themes. That'd be dope. I've done Wu-Tang ones. That's popular. I've definitely done a Wu-Tang stick. Actually, I don't know if I did the full stick. I definitely did a Wu-Tang graphic, like, without a doubt. We did some Wu-Tang. Looking parts for your NPC 102 build. What's up, Maximum? Yeah. Wait. I don't know what that is, Maximum. Sorry, I'm not that hip to the game sometimes. What's a NPC 102? That sounds like a beat machine to me. What's up, Rel? Hey, Rel, you get those files? Were you able to download those files? The old Namco stick. Oh, is that the Sega Saturn one with the green buttons? I never knew the model number. I just kind of know it as a. How do you feel about IL buttons? I don't really like Industrial Loren. Well, it's not I don't like the company or anything like that. I just don't think those buttons are optimal for fighting games. I mean, real talk, they're not. They're just like really, you know, they're like uncomfortable. They're really tall. They install like you need like a giant case to install it in. I wish they would kind of rebrand a little bit and make stuff, but you know, that's not their market. They're just there to like fulfill that like old school arcade vibe, which I think they need to evolve a little bit, like keep their core product, but it'd be nice if they kind of made new stuff so they can be in the game a little bit, you know? I mean, shoot, maybe they can, maybe I can consult for them. Like, how do you get into the fighting game community market? You know what I mean? They always like my stuff. They always comment and like my stuff. So I know, they're aware that there's another scene out there, but they think that, the American style parts are still the shit, you know, which they are if you play Donkey Kong. But like for today's fighting games, nah, it ain't it, fam. You know, and that's with all due respect. Like, they just need to realize that like there's a different market out there. You know. Yo, how you guys? I don't know if you guys in the States. I mean, let me tell you this, man. Arcade parts about to be very expensive. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, G. Yeah. Arcade parts about to be very expensive. Actually, I had a build before this. Something unfortunate happened with trying to get one of the parts. I have to wait for that part to come. But this gentleman's in the UK, and I'm gonna try to ship it before those tariffs hit. The gray and yellow buttons on the I would do a Kazuya in the 90s rap album theme. Oh, that'd be dope. Him on a throne and Pimp Cup. Damn, that's kind of fire, Maximum. You should do that. Yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, I think this might be crazy. Hologram Mike Ross, what up? I'm glad I buy bulk all my parts then. I'm good for a while. Yeah, no, like if you shop on like AliExpress, like, and you buy consistent things, like, yeah, just go ahead and buy whatever you need, like right now. Because this is about to be on. Everything's down. The stock market's down. I got affected by that. It's kind of wild. Okay, guys. I finished the sides. But before we get into that, let's do a quick intro. All right. So let me do the proper. All right, what up, guys? Welcome back to another build. Today we are doing a Joker theme. That's right, Batman and Joker. And this is for the homie SpetsTheWise, all the way out in the UK. Big up. And we had complete fun with this one. He kind of just let me loose. He said, listen, I like the, new 52 Joker themes. I like the Killing Joke, and then he also said he likes the Batman that laughs. So those three are kind of like the themes that we went around as far as like what style of Joker, and we kind of just let loose and found some really cool assets and put it all together. So let me show you the graphics. All right. So this is the graphic for the top panel, okay? New 52 style Joker. We got Batman over here tied up, We got the ha 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 in the background. A couple poses and the why so serious over here. Shout out to DJ Skills. He gave me that line to put there. The why so serious. Okay, and as you can see, there's massive amounts of buttons. So, yeah, Spets plays Tekken, and he always needs left here. And he says that assists when he does wave dashes on player 2. So this is a continuous left button. And then he just wanted 4 extra buttons to program whatever the hell he wants to do in the future. So I'm just gonna map these to GP2040's auxiliary ports, port 26, 27, 28, and 29. So that is the top, okay? Let's take a look at the sides. So the sides, which we just finished right over here, but the sides are just the comic panels for the comics that he liked. So the top is featuring the panels from the Killing Joke, and then we have the Batman That Laughs panels over here, some more ha-ha-has, okay? And then we have a nice, we have a nice Joker just facing you, while you plug in your USB port. So that's that. And then the bottom is the, what do you call that? The Killing Joke, the famous Killing Joke cover, all right? And I think it's perfect because I don't know if you guys know, but the For the W, you could just stand it up. So if you just have it face backwards, it's kind of cool. And then I edited, his name where the camera logo is. I edited his name in there. So he goes by SpetsTheWise on social media, but he had me put SpetsTheHollow over here. I guess that's what he wanted on the stick. But yeah, that's the full graphic right there. What do you guys think? That's our goal. We're gonna try to get this done. And then we're doing all metallic gold and gunmetal buttons. So it's gonna be super fire, man. Okay, so we have finished the side panels, okay? Let me show you the front. That's the Joker panel that this is the Killing Joke side, Joker logo over here. And then we have 2 sides of just ha-ha-has, and you can already see the gold button that I installed in there. It's looking dope. And then we have the Batman That Laughs. By the way, look that up. Look up Batman That Laughs. Basically, it's like an alternate universe where Batman is basically the Joker. But yeah, Batman That Laughs side, and then we also just have like a nice Joker facing out over here. And then look at this, green and purple USB pass-through. Okay, so that's what we got so far. We're gonna go ahead and start working on the main panel. And you set all this aside. Okay, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna be a lot of work, guys, because there's all these buttons we have to map, and then we have screw-in buttons today. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. Oh, and we have a Korean lever today. We're gonna do a knee lever. Check this out. We got the knee lever Neo, Korean style lever. Okay. Look at Knee over here. Look how cool this guy is. How cool is that guy? Shout out to Knee. Man, how cool is that? People have their own levers, bro. Okay. So we got that going on. I have to get a PCB. You know what? I need a Magic Boots. I have to go grab a Magic Boots really quick. BRB, guys. Okay, coming back. Okay, we need our Magic Boots, and then we have a GP2040 CE PCB right over here. All right. All right, Buffoon, take care, bro. clean up all we can. Get our air duster. All right, you guys are back. Okay, I guess let's start off by just peeling off all the paper. Look at all the holes, man. These are massive amounts of buttons, bro. This is insane. Insane amount of buttons. Madness. Hey Aaron, what up? Aaron M Sound. I had a question. I want my old Brook universal board in my Hori end. Do I need Brook cables? You don't need Brook cables for anything if you know how to wire stuff. See, the problem with that, Aaron, is that if you want to get like the auxiliary panel working, you know what I'm talking about, like where the start, home buttons are, all that, you kind of have to know what you're doing and figure out where all the traces lead to in order to get that panel working. The Brook cable just makes life easy for like the buttons and stuff like that, but that's if you're connecting to buttons. But I would say it's probably a good idea just to get the Brook cables anyway, but it's not necessary if you know how to wire. You just really just need wire. Because what you could do is you could cut the button, you could cut the wires that go into the stock PCB and wire that to the Brook. So, you know, whichever way you want to do it, it doesn't really matter. But again, you're gonna have to either splice into the wires that are existing there, or gut everything and then solder to the main control panel board. Yeah. So if you've never done anything like that before, I would probably hand it off to someone that is more experienced, especially if you never soldered before. Yeah, I would hand it off to someone more experienced, because like that for a first-time modder is like kind of difficult. I don't even offer stuff like that because I have my own company and I just focus on my stuff. But yeah. I haven't modded a commercial arcade stick in years at this point, because I've just been doing my own stuff. I don't even know what the PCB looks like inside that Hori. Oh, there you go. Optimus mod. There you go, Scrooge. Yo, thanks, Scrooge. Is that for the Hori end that works? Or is that for the new... Does it work for all Hori sticks? Oh, nice. There you go, bro. There you go. Scrooge answered you right there, bro. So yeah, get that. Probably makes life easy. It's probably just a stack on board that adds... You stack that onto the stock PCBs. And then it allows for the Brook. Alright, we're gonna install... We're gonna install the PCB. Let's get that going. What up, Katana? Doing okay? Another day, another dollar. All right, we got the PCB, and then we have to get the magic boots, which need to slice open. This allows authentication for PS4, PS5. You guys are wondering what this little flash drive jammy is. Okay, so this is gonna go and lodge itself onto the edge of the GP2040. So I'm gonna plug that in. See that? Right there. Yo, Scrooge, drop the link in the chat for Aaron. Oh, wait. If you drop the link, I'll copy and paste it so that YouTube gets it too, because he's on YouTube. That's the little difficulties of dual streaming. All right, Rel. I'll try to handle that as soon as possible. What's up, Arcade Obsessed? All right, let's get this going. You know what? I'm gonna tape off the holes I'm not gonna be using, which is the Korean. Even though we're installing Korean stick today, we're not gonna be using the older hole patterns for Korean sticks, which is like these right here. So I always just put black tape. Actually, shit, it doesn't even matter. You know why it doesn't matter? Because I'm not doing LEDs today. I'm so used to putting LEDs in that that's like my default action, but there's no LEDs because we're doing all metallic buttons today. So I don't need to do that. I haven't yet. I'm hearing that's really cool. I would like to try it. Is there like Joe Maki, is there like a specific product I can check out? You know, that I can test? That'd be rad. I'm all about trying to learn new tech, man. Link, okay. Hey, Joe Maki, are you on my Discord channel? I put one in yours. Okay, cool. If you are, can you drop it there? Because I'm gonna lose it in the chat. You know what I mean? Or can you hit me up on Twitter or anywhere you can DM me directly? Or maybe does Twitch still do whispers? Maybe you can do whisper on Twitch if that's too difficult. That'd be dope. I just want it somewhere where I can just grab it later. You know, because I'm not gonna be able to sift through the chat. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about that though. Scrooge, I like the titanium, but I feel it's too heavy. I feel like it makes the stick too clunky for my tastes. So I instead of using the titanium, because I want the pivot to be light, right? So I use the aluminum actuator, and you know, that's like what I want to be like, I guess, better quality is the actuator. Because I don't think the pivot gets that much, I don't think the pivot is like really, I don't know how to say it. I guess like, it doesn't change the performance. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And like, because it's made of that like material of the nylon, no, Teflon, what is it? Nylon material. You know, the wear and tear on it. And I know a lot of people say you don't even need lube for it, right? No diddy. But I still put a little bit of Shin-Etsu grease, and like I've never had that part wear out. But to me, it just feels too heavy, you know? I kind of want like a swift action, like, you know, it feels like clunky. Okay, PCB's in, guys. All right, let's try to build this lever out. I've never built this lever. Actually, no, I lied. I've built this lever before. I think it's the second time I'm using a knee, or maybe second or third time I'm using a knee lever, but this is cool. I'm gonna make sure the customer gets his box. Something just like stabbed me. How cool is this box, man? Holy. Look at that. Dang, that's fancy, dog. Yeah, okay, so we got the pill top version. Does this remove itself? This is interesting. Oh, it's got a clear dust washer. Huh, interesting. All right, you know what? We're gonna park this stuff until later in the build, and we'll just install the base, okay? We'll do that first, because we have to eventually we have to install the lever. So I'm just gonna park this temporarily. Let me put this on my cab over here. That's like my parking area for everything. Okay. Dang. It's a buff ass lever, guys. Okay, so I don't know if you guys know this. My for the dub kits, right? They have a 35.1 millimeter hole here for the top panel. Now, this guy, because we're using the knee lever, it's not a full collar. You see that? It does have a, GB Trust, what up? Thank you for the follow. I'm gonna let that notification go bye-bye for a sec. Okay, so you see how there's a little bit of a collar? So this still accommodates, my support panel accommodates the short collar, but the top, because it's not a full collar, it has the standard 24mm hole. So if you do need the bigger full collar hole, I could do that. You just have to add it to the notes when you're checking out. But I just want to bring that up because a lot of people are like, oh, you know, can you do Korean levers? And like, they don't, I have everything written on the website, but you know how people be on the websites. They don't actually read and stuff, so. But you see, like, I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's flush. You see that? It's completely flush. The other thing too is that Korean levers are typically a lot thicker, so you need a little bit more space inside to make it fit. So you have to use the my standard stick should fit it, but sometimes if the shaft rubs on the bottom, I'll show you later when I show you guys the bottom panel. You can ask me to like drill out a little bit of the bottom so that there's a little bit of a gap. For the shaft to rub, pause, no diddy, on the bottom of the case. I'll show you guys in a sec. So I'm just popping in the screws right here. Yeah, this lever is so nice, guys. Look how nice the plastics are. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, dude, no one reads, man. Like, a lot of the questions I get, like, over DMs and stuff, I don't have that much time during the day. I'm working on people's orders all day. You know, not just builds, like, doing the DIY stuff. Like, I'm a one-man army. Like, I literally have minimal time. And, like, nowadays, you know, I just have to be like, everything's on the website. Like, just hit me up if you have any very specific questions. But all the questions you're like, I literally will say that, like, everything that you're asking is literally on the product listing. Just give it a full read and then let me know if you have any questions after that. And then that usually they're like, oh, okay, my bad. I'm like, yeah, like, not really my bad, but like, you know, they're just like, oh yeah, I didn't read anything. I was like, I mean, I don't know what I read everything. When I like look through stuff, I read a lot of stuff. Yep. Yeah, hologram. I made a whole damn YouTube video on that. Let me see. Yeah, go check my YouTube channel, but I'll try to find it for you and link it. Let me see. There you go. Yeah, hologram Mike Ross. There you go. Maximum lurker trust issues. What does that mean? Where did I put? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's just like, you know, I'm like, it's a little, it gets frustrating when it's like I don't know. I guess if I had a question about something and I don't understand it, like, I would definitely read as much as I can and then try to get some like one-on-one help. But like, just going straight for the DM is kind of diabolical. Oh, I got it. Yeah, like they've read the website details for Korean stick fits, but they still don't believe it. Yeah, I know. It's like, well, I'm kind of glad I'm doing this build today. Okay, let me show you what I mean. This is not necessary, but I do it anyway when I have the ability. Like today I'm doing a build. Okay, let me show you guys. So this is my bottom panel, okay? It's gonna go in the bottom, but you see this hole I drilled here? So I actually took off like a millimeter so that there's a little bit more of a gap. It's honestly is just because I realized that Spets, the client, likes Korean levers. So I kind of did this just in case he switches levers. So I remember like he wanted to put like a golden lever eventually. So I just did this for future proofing. But for the most part, like the stock Korean lever, I don't need to do this for the most part. But I just did it, you know, just because I have control over the build. Yeah, and like this is really easy to do. You could just get a Forstner bit and use your hand drill. You know, like a $10 Forstner bit, and then just like, you know, I do it on a drill press, but you could totally just do this with a regular drill. It's nothing crazy. Remember what people used to do back in the day when there weren't so many custom options out there? They used to literally get a step bit and drill into their standard arcade stick, like a Mad Cat stick, to drill a hole into it like a madman. That's crazy. I know I'm not the biggest K lever fan. Like I don't need it, and it actually is like bad for my health because I have tendonitis. But yeah. It's definitely like an acquired taste. And if it's specifically for Tekken heads, I feel like it's just like really for the Tekken nerd community. Tekken Fightstick nerd community. So you see, this roughly is,
Don't forget dollars.
it's roughly about 1.5 inches. And then the shaft comes out like another 1/4 inch. So probably less than that. So it's really just about accommodating the shaft. Where's my Beavis and Butthead? You like the V2? Yeah, I guess that's a good option too. All right, so we got PCB installed. We have the lever installed. Okay, let's go ahead and add the, what do we gotta add? We gotta add the artwork. Coming at you. Uh-oh. I'm gonna try it in a sec too. But you play leverless, so Katana. You'd be wave dashing like a maniac. There you go. Woo! How beautiful is that? Gotta dust that off. Okay, so I'm gonna peel off. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna peel off the acrylic cover. Sorry, I'm gonna go this way. It's gonna kind of be a blow up because of all the holes. There's a massive amount of buttons on this. This wire up's gonna be crazy, guys. I'm gonna warn you. Like, do what you want. Like, if you're here for the long haul, I appreciate it, but you're probably gonna get really bored watching me just install wires for an hour. So yeah. Also, while we're doing this, a huge shout out to Diego the Olive and my boy Dope Mikey for giving me some beats for the stream so I can stream on YouTube without getting copyrighted. They gave me some hopefully license-free beats. If not, I will have to edit it out later, but I appreciate those guys. You gotta see if it fits though. Because like I said, the Korean levers are pretty chunky. Might not fit inside the Titan. You gotta have at least like 1 3/4 inch inside. Pause, man, God. Nice. All right, we got that going. I'm gonna peel this back a little bit. Okay. ByteX uses yeah, I know maximum lurker. I 100% agree with that statement. Like if I were to talk to Sanwa, yeah, if I were to talk to Sanwa or Seimitsu, that's what I'd be working on right now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tweet at them. Really? Oh, is my command not working? Man, I don't know what's going on. My cloud bot's acting up. 1 second, bro. I'll fix that. What is this again? Streamlabs. Yeah, you know what? I used to use I modded an old Hori stick that had like a very slim profile. It's like the Hori, yeah, I have it right on my shelf, EX2, and the lever is like really thin. Hold on, man. I'm so sorry. I'm trying to enable the chat bot. Wow, they changed everything. Holy hell. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Okay. I'll just paste it in. I don't know what the hell Streamlabs did, but they just like changed their whole format. I was just looking for the typical chatbot thing, but here's the Discord channel. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so let's get back to this. He took out the plate and it fits. All right, cool. So you got to remove the plate, but then you have an issue with the height. Then the height's going to be weird. Unless you don't care. Okay. So that's going. We have a little bit of work to do with the buttons because we have screw-on buttons today. They're not our typical snap-ins. So it's going to require a lot more time just to put buttons in today. But we don't have any artwork to do. We didn't have to install artwork for the buttons. .32 millimeters? Is that like right on the dot for JLF, Lino? Hey Scrooge. Sometimes OBS gets weird, keeps forgetting either my camera or mic like every time I fire it up. Yeah, it'd be like that. You know what it is, Scrooge? Sometimes it's in use. Like you have to keep in mind what software is open. Like I would always start with like a fresh slate with like no apps open, because like even like simple things like your web browser can have the camera enabled for something. Maybe you like open Skype or something, you know what I'm talking about, like whatever, something that uses the camera. That's the one thing. Yeah, Buffoon's back. Yeah, reboot always usually solves the problem. I typically like to reboot before I stream, just because there's like a lot of crap happening. Okay, guys, I'm gonna go back to my normal overlay. Oh, actually, never mind. That was whack. I shouldn't have done that because I get to show you guys the. Let's do this first, and then we'll go back to the normal overlay. All right, Keely time. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo! There's so many buttons though, so this paper is definitely gonna get caught up. Caught up. There we go, buddy. Virgo, what up, fam? Woo-wee! If you guys were here last stream on Twitch, I composed this this graphic for this build. Meeting time. All right, Retta. Okay. Get our flat bolts here. What's good, Virgo? What are you up to? Hey guys, so I'm getting a little tired of making the same YouTube video like over and over again. Like, you know, usually I just like cut up the stream when I do the builds. You guys have any ideas for me? Like something that I could do a little different? Like maybe like I could still feature the builds that I do. Like so the last video I made, I consolidated all the builds. Like I was like, okay, I'm gonna just put 3 builds in the same video so I don't have to like chop up each one. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, like what could I do for the next video so that I don't know, something a little bit different. Like I don't know what you guys. So I did, yeah, I consolidated 3 builds and I used some like help so I don't have to narrate it. I just like had some like AI voice, you know, read something, which I know you people, some of you guys like think that's like a big no-no nowadays. I don't even know what's cool and what you know, what I'm supposed to be doing nowadays anyway. But I don't know, I just figured maybe I can like have a topic for the day or just something to mix up the videos a little bit. So any ideas you have would be kind of cool. But yeah, let me know. I was like trying to think what I can change up for the videos. Because usually I'll just take this stream and I just chop it, you know, chop it up and make it more digestible so people don't have to sit through like a 2-hour, 3-hour stream. So that's basically like where I'm at right now. I'm trying to think like what I could do. Okay, so these are screw-on Crown 202 buttons, guys. Well, I don't know if you guys have any ideas for me. Let me know. Or not. So we're doing gold and gunmetal, guys. I take a bunch of random sticks to your next event. Offer people to swap, blind swap theirs. Film reactions. Yeah, no, but Lino, so I don't really have a lot of... I don't have like a lot of, like, you know, I'm not a collector per se. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a lot of, like, this stick is going to get shipped out today. I won't have this stick for my event, and I don't want people messing with people's commissions. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, my bad. I guess I asked the wrong question. What can I do? I'm doing these builds on stream, right? I will showcase these builds because that's what I make content around, right? Like, what can I do other than just like doing the normal, hey, I'm building a stick for Lion Obu today. You know what I mean? Like, That's what I mean. Like, I'm still doing the build. I'm probably still gonna have this content, but like, other than just narrating the build, like, what else can I do? That's what I'm trying to. That's the real question I'm trying to ask. So I apologize if I wasn't clear. You know, like, yeah, and I could do all those extra things. You see me, like, I'll be at events. You know, I have videos where I just like ask questions. People, I have like the whole mic set up and everything. These buttons are very expensive, guys. They're like $5.50 a button. All right, no one has any ideas for me? Cool. But yeah, thanks for the like external things. Rate my stick on custom builds, wildest builds ever. That's cool. We're thinking combo vids. Nah, dude, combos are so damn easy in Street Fighter 6. Katana, it's like, it's not even like worth because like Street Fighter 6 is so executionally easy as far as Street Fighter goes that like literally you post if you post a combo, I could do the combo. Yeah, these buns are like $5 or $6. Like, by the time you get done with tax and everything, they're like $6 and shipping. I still want you to make the damn coffee table book of previous builds with artwork concepts. Yeah, but the problem is, Lino, you know me, I'm not really like a illustrator. So I don't want to publish something with like people's, you know, like I'm doing like Joker build today. Like, come on. Like, I'm not DC, you know what I'm saying? So unless it's just like a private book, can I do that? I don't even know if that's legal. Yeah, but we haven't made content in over 3 years, Lino. I don't know if you know this, but me and Clev like don't work as JXK anymore. Not for any bad reasons. It's just you know, like Clev's been. You can't even book Clev at the moment. You know how Clev works? Like he takes like he has like big like he just did a job for 2K Sports, bro. Tolatier, what's up? What's up, man? How are you? You know what I mean? Like, he's booking jobs with 2K. Yeah, Clev blew up, so it's kind of like, you know, I'm still little old me. You know, just working on your projects. Yeah, but we haven't made content in a long time, like together. I mean, maybe like sometimes he'll do a For the Dub stick commission, and then he'll be like, yo, it's a For the Dub. And he, you know, he has like, he does try to use my stuff. He always recommends my stuff, of course. But like, for the most part, he'll take like a handful of like client commissions, like what we normally used to do. But then, you know, if he's he'll basically just like work on that stuff and then open up just a small bunch of like commissions for people, knock those out for extra money, and then, you know. Yeah, dude, he was on the Capcom anniversary stream live with Justin Wong, hanging out with Justin and Vicious, doing a live painting while they were streaming, while Justin was like doing his normal thing. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, you could go back and watch that. Watch like Street Fighter 6 1 year anniversary. Yeah, so he was hanging out with Justin. Like that's the level I'm talking about now. Like, yeah, Clev blew up. Tolatier, what's up, man? How are you? My fingers are killing me, guys. These little like ratchet screws are like super. I love that. Yo, these are my favorite feeling buttons. Not for nothing. These crown buttons feel great. They feel amazing. My only beef with them is that mechanically, like sometimes they fail. You know, because like the switch inside gets out of whack with like there's like the way you have to take one apart to really understand it. But there's like this little metal bit that connects the switch to like the button press, and it's kind of sus. But off the rip, they should be straight. But if they do stop working, there's a way to fix them. You just basically have to like make sure that the metal bit like touches the switch again. It's not that hard to fix, but it's still kind of like a risk, you know. And that's like for me, I'm always like, ah. Hey Mac, I love you. Thank you telling us FGC story or about the build. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like the one idea that I had floating in my head is that so I quit my full-time job for a my corporate job for one of the biggest companies in the world almost 5 years ago. And that anniversary is coming up pretty soon, and I think I'm gonna do a video around that. Just kind of more of like an inspirational video, like telling people that it is possible to kind of chase your dreams, and you know, it's really hard work and whatnot to start your own business, especially in a niche. So like it's a niche of a niche, you know what I mean? But yeah, I kind of wanted to do that video. Yeah, I mean it's hard, Tolatier. That's exciting. Yeah, and like maybe I could just have like a build in the background, you know, like kind of marinating. Maybe I'll just like do scenes of me in the background while I'm talking over it and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. That's basically like what I was thinking. But then again, I can only do that one time. Solitaire. I can only do that video like once, you know? So that's just one idea. It's worth it, you think? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do that video. Like, without a doubt, I'll do that video. I remember one of the videos and ideas we have on our FGC community is, what does your gamer tag mean? That's cool. Dude, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I could do that like while I'm at a local, because I have like, you know, like this wireless mic that I use for streaming. I have a set. Check it out. See, there's actually two of them. That's the second microphone. So I can actually do that, you know? That's a good one. I'm gonna write that down. I don't know if I want to try to do more content. It's just that like the content that I currently make. Oh, dude, I just bought this on Amazon. Yeah, dude. Full aim. Full aim. FULAIM. Like 100-something bucks. They're so prevalent now because everyone wants to be a content creator. So like you can buy one cheap now. You used to have to buy the DJI one that's like $200-something. That's the one that everybody used. There's another one too. I forgot the other brand name, but it was like there was like two of them that you could do, the DJI. But now like every Chinese company is like making them. Things that can be really useful, as there aren't many around, to do teardown videos of shelf sticks with insights. Yeah. But then you would need to get more. Yeah, see, like, Lionel, like, I'm just trying to think of ideas with what I'm currently doing that's just not like a, hey, check out this build video. You know what I mean? Like, some extra context, maybe. I don't actually own any modern arcade sticks. I'm looking around. Like, I think my newest commercial stick is a Kwamba Pearl. I don't own any of the new generation stuff. What's up, Taj? So... yeah, I would have to be like, oh, my bad. I have like the snack box stuff. You know what I mean? Everything else is basically like a custom. Taj, what's up, fam? What you up to? Taj is checking us out from YouTube. I will have, let me get as soon as I install this 2 extra buttons, I'll have the dual chat back up on my screen so you guys can actually talk cross-platform. Taj, you'd be good at this too. So, Taj, you know, so I make these build video, you know, I do the build videos, I stream it, and then I have the content, right?
Don't forget about
So typically what I've been doing with my content is just, you know, just saying like, hey, today we're working on a Joker build, like, you know, here's all the parts, just stuff about like basically a condensed version of the stream, okay? So then I was thinking about like what I could do with the content, but still have another topic going on or something like that, maybe, you know. So one of the first ideas was like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do like my 5-year anniversary, like working for myself, where I quit my job. It's almost been 5 years. It's this year is coming up. It's like July this year. So in a couple months, I'll you know, do that video. So I don't even know how to like name that. It'd be like turning your hobby into a passion. I don't know. Like maybe the video would be like I quit my full-time job, you know. Something like that. That would be like the clickbait title. There's a point where joysticks become hobby grade, something that goes just past buying stuff off the shelf. Percentage years of glory. Yeah, that's a good point. That's pretty cool, Scrooge. Yeah, but yeah, any of that stuff would be good. I just gotta like think tank it, right? Think tank it. Maybe I'll ask ChatGPT. You think ChatGPT will be able to answer that like pretty? They'll probably give me some dope ass ideas. Holy shoot, guys! Look at my finger, dude. Look at this. You see my fingers are dented right now. Holy crap! Grok it. That sounds so dirty, Scrooge. You dirty duck. You're such a dirty duck, Scrooge. Grok it. Okay. Oh, you guys wondering what I do with my spare acrylic? Check it out. I make coasters with my spare acrylic. Let me wipe this. Yeah, see? For the dub coasters, my spare acrylic parts. These are like the middles that I cut out and whatnot. You know, when you ask for like a window cut, like I have all this spare stuff. I make coasters and stuff for my family. Okay. What do I gotta do now? We got wired as biatch. Okay. Ugh, I'm gonna leave the protectors on. Sheesh, guys, this is gonna be crazy. Dude, my fingers are dead right now. They're literally dead. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna wire the wires that... I'm literally gonna wire the stuff that, the extra wires right now. Like, the stuff that... Yeah, let me see what I can actually do. Because we have all these extra wires. Okay, so I'm gonna plug these in first. From hobby to reality, living my passion. Wow, that's such like a chat GPT. That's such a chat GPT title right there, bro. But yeah, that would be a cool video, right? Just kind of like introspective, and maybe I'll do some pictures and whatnot. Okay, this is the ground chain for the extra buttons. Yeah, that's definitely blog title, right? But so I'll probably be like in July. And maybe I'll just save all this content I'm making and just make it a like pop it on that video. Yo, fire! Bars! Oh my god! Mash into passion, bro. That's straight fire. I might have to use that. See? This is why I go on stream, man. Oh, crap. Okay, so we're wiring up this ground cable right now. I don't know what's going on. It's not. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. Okay, ground cable. Also, the crown buttons, believe it or not, you want to leave them as straight as possible. I would not recommend bending these pins. Like, if you want a slim build with crown buttons, I want to do it. I would choose another button. "26, 27, 28, 29. Yeah, Twitch chat, right? More fire than Chat GPT. So this is button 29. I gotta plug it into number 29, which is... Where is that? Here we go. The Sama arcade buttons have grown on me. Wait, what do you mean by that, tall tier? Okay, that's one button. Does this fit? Nope. It's gonna have to be the third button in. Yeah, we're doing. What's up, Ant? Yeah, we're doing the knee lever. Not cheap, man. You guys know, all you Tekken heads, these levers are not cheap. Okay, so we're wiring up all these extra buttons, guys. So this is what we got so far. Okay, you see the extra 5 buttons? That's what I'm taking care of right now. Just because I just want to get it out of the way, to be honest.
Don't forget dollars.
You know what? I'm gonna unplug this ground over here. We're gonna use the ground from this spot here. Yeah, you like this lever? And or all my Tekken nerds, are there like any really prominent players that play on Japanese lever? Any like prominent Tekken players that play on Japanese stuff instead of Korean style? I know AK from the Philippines does. You don't know, right? It's like, I'm sure there's like good Japanese Tekken players. Not really to your knowledge, right? I think AK is the only one. No one's playing at the moment. They really focused on season. Oh, are you serious? Can you tell me what's going, like what happened with season 2? Can you guys explain it? Like explain it to me like I'm 5, because I don't really know what's happening. Like what exactly happened that's so bad? Like I've been hearing this like left and right. Like what's actually happening? The player base is revolting. What did they? What like? What's so bad? Nobi and his weird Seimitsu with Circle Octogate. Got it. Dude, like the one thing that I've learned in this little business is that everybody thinks they know exactly what's like the best for the whole community, right? Everyone says, "Oh, this is like the best lever." You know, this is the best setup, whatever. But in reality, everyone, just like everyone has preferences of food or whatever, it's like you can never get it right. Taking damage for throw teching is one thing. What? You get damage for throw teching? What? Wait, what's the point of that? That just doesn't make sense from like a fighting game's perspective. Like, why would you get damage for teching a throw? Like, that doesn't even make any damn sense. Frieza, what up, man? Frieza, I tagged somebody that was interested in getting graphics. He asked me for graphics, but I was like, I got 8 builds. So it's gonna be a while till I can get to a standard graphics commission for the dub or BnB. So I'm like, yo, hit up the boy Frieza. I don't even know where you're at for commissions. Okay, cool. They had a few characters that have moves you can basically frame trap people with spam. Oh, like infinite frame trap. I didn't get into Tekken, man. I just can't get into it. I think like I'm just always gonna buy Tekken as a fan and for my locals, but I'm never gonna like have it. Like that's never gonna be my main game. I'm just a Street Fighter guy, 2D Street Fighter guy. Maybe I'll play wrapping up Lucky right now, then I'll take a few people. All right, bet. Just you can do one at a time. Just keep a wait list, you know? That's what I would do. Frieza, just make a wait list and be like, I'm going to get to it when I can. I'm going to work on my own pace. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll work on my own pace. So, and you can just let them know. You can just change your title. Like, commission's open, commission's closed. That's probably the best bet. Okay, guys, we have successfully wired up the top portion of these extra wires. But you know me, man. I'm the zip tie Don, so I'm just gonna get like 1,000 zip ties ready to go. 1,000 zip ties per build. That's my average. Okay. That's if I would get sponsored by somebody, it'd be a zip tie company. Like, who makes these zip ties? I don't even know. Is there a brand on here? Yeah. Yo, Tanty Industrial, holla at your boy, man. Tanty Industrial, holla at your boy. I got a whole branding for you. I'm John the Zip Tie Don. You know what I mean? Holla at me. Can you imagine, guys? Next video and be like, but first, a word from our sponsor. You ever just want to lock stuff down really tight? Look no further, because Tanty Zip Ties got you. There you go. All right, nice little braid there. Okay. Get one more over here. You doing art? Oh, he was just talking about that. He might take a couple slots, but I'll leave that up to Frieza to discuss. Okay. What do we gotta do next? Let's see. Let's install the lever. Let's do the lever wires. That's harder. Let me think about this. We got to do both D-pad, right? So I have to do a set of wires. Yeah, okay.
Jonyfraze.
So I have the 0.87 connectors. Let's do that. Gotta cut all this stuff out, guys.
Dope Mikey on the beat. Dope Mikey on the beat. Dope Mikey on the beat.
Oh, okay. Okay, so out of shaft, if I go left, right, that's gonna hit this side. So right is this side. Okay, so that's green. This should be green. Okay, so with Korean levers, guys, with Korean levers, you have to wire the switches individually for most of them. There's no like PCB. Scrubber Manjaro, what up? Right? So I actually have to connect all the wires for each direction. So we're gonna do that first. Same principle, each wire gets a ground and... Wait, hold up, man. That's right, this is left. How am I supposed to get in? How am I supposed to wire up the left? Yo, this is kind of crazy. How am I supposed to do this? Wait. You know what? I might have to just do this manually. This is kind of crazy. I'm thinking about how to do this. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to walk it down. There's no other way to install this other than to walk it down in a circle. But the way that these switches are, they're actually like completely wrong. Wait, I got it. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm just gonna have to like manually wire it. I'm like thinking of a way I could do this without messing up. I mean, without having to like splice the cable, but it's impossible. Like the way this is set up, it's literally meant for us to. I don't explain it. Basically, like the wires aren't in sequence of the way that this knee levers switches are. They're not in sequence. Usually they're in the right sequence, which matches like the JLF harness, but this is not. So I'm just gonna have to like know what switch is which and then plug it into whatever it needs to be plugged into. A little bit more difficult than the average build. Okay, so then I have this guy. I think I have like 1,000 joystick connectors somewhere. I'm almost certain that I do. So I'm just gonna try to find one that I haven't used yet. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, I can't use this one. Crap, a lot of these are cut. Here we go. I found one. So I'm gonna plug that in there. You see this? So this is like a joystick connector, and I'm just gonna cut the wires. I'm gonna cut the wires like close to here, so I can just plug them in. So let's get that going. And you know what? And then look, I still have another side over here. Save that for a rainy day. What's up, Wolfgang? I'm sorry, bro. Let me. I'm like knee deep into this build. I got a couple ideas trying to decide. It's hilarious. I've bought like 3 sticks, but I always go back to my original obsidian. Dude, Skurmanjaro, that stick is like the goat stick. I have the Kwamba Pearl, which is like the white version of it. It's one of my favorite sticks, like hands down. Okay, so if I'm pushing the lever here, right? So if I go left, you know, I should actually just get the lever. Yeah, let's install the lever, guys. Let's just do this real quick. Let's get the lever installed. That's out of the way. Okay. Man, should we keep the white? You know, I ordered a clear top for this, but I actually think the white one looks better. I mean, I'm sorry. I ordered a clear top for this, but I actually think the red looks better on the build. I don't know. Hold on. What do you guys think? Hold on. I ordered this clear top. It's basically this. Is it the same? Yeah, it's like the same thing. All right, you know what? We're gonna go and put this in. We're gonna put this in because this is what we agreed upon, and I'll just pack the red one for the client. Right? I think that's the best approach, right? My bad. Yo, Wolfgang, I'm gonna try to get to that in 1 second, bro. Every time I lose, wait, would you believe I'm finally getting used to the custom parry button after all this time? For real, bro? You haven't used the parry button? I mean, like, it's a no-brainer why, because it will activate faster. So you can actually get just frame parries faster. So, I mean, you're smarter than me, bro. You should have been using that. Uh-oh. Woo! This thing jumped at me. You guys saw that? Matt guy, I really hope to see you interview Sam. He's really busy. I don't know him firsthand, but I know him through my boy Jimmy Shoegazer, and yeah, he just seems like probably out of reach. You know what I mean? So I don't think that will happen ever. Like, he has like a full career doing like other stuff. So yeah, I don't think that's like a possibility. That'd be cool though, right? Reflex is on point, man. You have to be. If you're a fighting game player, your reaction time should be faster than the average human. You know what got really godlike reflexes, bro? My wife. She'd be snatching stuff out the air that my kids would be throwing or whatever, just like with the quickness. You know what I mean? Like, like, dang. Like, you caught that? Okay. What side's what? That looks correct to me, yeah. Okay. So we did pop the lever on, guys. It's very Korean levery. That definitely feels like a Korean lever to me. Okay. All right, so here's my challenge. I have to like push the lever, right? And you see the switch that gets hit? Now I have to figure out which freaking like direction that is. So right now I'm pressing left, okay? So that's left, which is hitting this switch up here, which is the yellow wire. Okay, so that means yellow is left. Asian mom powers, yo, that's facts. That's big facts. Okay, yellow is left, guys, right? Yellow is left. This is probably gonna be a blow up when I wire this up. I mean, when we test this out, definitely gonna be a blow up. Something's gonna go wrong for sure. There's just too much stuff to keep track of. There's like levers, buttons. Okay, left. Let me clean up a little bit. We're gonna need this, right? We need this, we need this. Don't need this right now. Don't need this at the moment. One thing I learned from my chef friends is that, like, you always got to clean your workstation while you work. Anybody in the food serving industry? Okay, so that's left. This is right. So right is hitting the green switch. Wait, is that right? Yeah, right. Hitting green switch. Okay, got it. Oh, maybe this is correct. Lots to wire, guys. Holy moly. I'm doing the more difficult things first, just to get out of the way, man. Oh, we forgot to wire the ground button. Let's do that. Gotta do, not ground button, the ground, period. Yeah, I just wasn't sure because, like, it didn't seem like this harness was the right orientation, but I think it is. I always start with right being green, so I think we're in a good spot. Either way, I got it, because we're just going to match the inputs. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna press down. Down is the red switch, right? And you set it up there too. Oh no, wait. Yeah, down is red. I think you have it switched. Down is red. Down's always red. Yeah, it's a lot of buttons, right? Yeah, this is what the client requested, Scrub. Again, let me test that. Down is definitely the red. Okay. Thank God I don't have to do LEDs on this, because like making a room for make sure that the lighting is even is gonna be kind of crazy. I think I'm getting to that age, guys, where my eyes are like starting to go. Like, I got LASIK, right? So like, I still have like, I actually have 20/10 vision. Last time I went to get a checkup, which was like a couple weeks ago, I still have 20/10 vision. But what you lose is the ability for your eye to switch between like the near and far. Like, that's basically like what goes, even if you have LASIK. And I think that's happening. It's like I feel like I'm not switching focus fast enough. That's why like people wear bifocals, you know what I'm saying? Basically the elasticity of that muscle in your eye that switches between distance and near loses like flexibility. Hey Corey. What are you up to? Okay, I think we wired up the joystick properly, guys. I'm 37, used to play baseball when I was younger. It's kind of hard tracking the ball coming towards me now. Word. Yeah, I'm older than you, Maximum. So, imagine that. So, yeah, I got some years on you. You chilling? That's cool. Friday, man. Yo, what's happening this weekend? What are you guys gonna do this weekend? Anything fun? You can feel a little bit, yeah. I'd probably get like clocked in the face with a baseball if I tried to play baseball right now. Low key, man. I'd definitely not be able to play baseball. I don't think I could last like a whole game of basketball. Like, I used to play basketball all day long. I was like, I skateboarded and played, and I could probably still skate, like, but skating, you could kind of like take it on your own pace. But like basketball, when you're gonna run up and down a court, yeah, I'd probably last like 2 plays and I'd be like, oh, tired. All right, pretty neat, right? So we got the lever wired up. We got the lever installed. Let me put a bag over the shaft. Pause. Oh, I love this. Still playing Marvel 3. That's a good game. Okay. My regular wire kit. It's over here somewhere. So let's get this plugged in. And then we got to build the sides out. Still a lot of work to do, guys. Still a lot of work to do. Okay, so yikes. Here we go. Lever side. This goes to this side on the board. This is one of the biggest mistakes people make, plugging in the 20-pin harness properly. People always plug it in backwards. They don't actually check. They're just like, oh, it's going to fit here. And they just plug it in. Yeah, no, that's a bad look. Oh, and then we have our hitbox cable. Okay. Hitbox cable right there. Okay, I'm going to toss this. So let's work on connecting the... This stick is going to be completely illegal, by the way. It's completely illegal stick. because you're not supposed to have 2 sets of inputs. But the problem is, I have to program it for you guys later, so we're gonna get into that. But I'll tell you why why technically this stick is gonna be illegal, right? Well, okay, first of all, yeah, no matter what, it's gonna be illegal. I'll tell you why. So I had to, because there's 5 extra buttons, right? So this is gonna be a permanent left. So number 1, that's the first illegalness. There's going to be 2 left buttons. The customer wanted an extra left button here because he wave dashes with this, right? He wave dashes on player 2 with this button right here, which apparently, oh no, maybe this button. Yeah, my bad. This button's going to be wave dash button. Okay. Oh shit, we didn't wire that. Damn, I'm glad I'm talking about this. But anyway, this button's going to be like wave dash player 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are going to be all extra buttons. I'm just going to program these right to, this is number 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay. So these are all assignable buttons that he can program with GP2040. Again, extra left. So we're going to have 3 lefts. And then the directions, I have to wire it. I have to wire the directions to double D-pad. So this is D-pad and this is D-pad. Typically what I would do is I would use the extra inputs. Remember 26, 27, 28, 29? These extra inputs, I would have to assign that to like analog to make it. So one would be analog directions and then one would be D-pad directions. Okay? But because I'm using this for just extra inputs, that leaves me with no extra space to make analog and D-pad. So we literally have to do double D-pad for this. And then he has an extra left. So yeah, completely illegal stick. But I don't think he cares. I mean, we discussed this, by the way, so this is nothing new. But yeah, just saying. But yeah, I forgot to wire up the extra left button, so we have to do that really quick. And that's the yellow button here, and I have to retake this out. So I'm gonna have a double wire jammed into the terminal here. Yeah, it's literally a cheat box. Like the wave dash so the customer already does that with one of those Hot 42 sticks. He already does that with a hot stick. For Tekken, it's fine. Only SF6. Wait, you could do that in Tekken? They don't care? There's no rule saying that that's illegal? Is that true, guys? Shit, this doesn't fit. Dang it.
Don't forget dollars.
Ah, damn it, guys. Yep, this doesn't fit. I have to make 2 new wires. Okay, that's okay. All right, we got to make wires, guys. Woo, I told you this job is going to be hard. This is definitely one of the harder ones that we've done in a long time. Okay. We're going to use this orange cable here. Make 2 of these. Okay. Mapping down, forward for, because wait, mapping down. Yo, wait, people literally have a just frame. That's electric, right? Is that electric? Damn, Tekken players be cheating, man. I had no idea it went that rabbit hole like that, went that deep. Hazelhen, thank you for the follow. You just have to press forward in the button. Bruh. For real? That's cheap, man. Okay, I'm literally making wires, guys, so... imagine playing literal keyboard and every single key is mapped to a move playing Tekken. Yeah. You could do binds in the game, but I don't know how people are binding DF2 on a controller. Retta, you can use GP2040 CE to program a whole, like, shortcut. It's like a macro. It's pretty cheap. It's really cheap, actually. Like, you could have like a wave dash button if you want. Yeah, no, it definitely is illegal. But here's the bigger question. Do you care? So when I was talking to the GP2040 team about the macros, like early when they were going to bring it out, I asked them, I was like, yo, that's like, how can you govern it? And they're like, oh, don't worry. What we'll do is we'll bind it to like, you have to press a separate key and then press the buttons, like a shift key to enable it. And I was like, okay, well, that's not that bad. You know, so it's like, you could see someone do something weird, like pressing like 2 random inputs. And then, but then what happened is that they didn't even do that. They just like, okay, we're just going to make it so you can just make a button and make it a macro button. So then that happened. I was like, okay, well, I guess we're just going to cheat now. FGC police, right? Yeah, gonna need FGC police for sure.
Another jonyfraze production.
You know, fighting games having more simple inputs with combat cheat. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Like, that's what 2x KO is like. Right? Because it wasn't that the whole premise of the initial game engine that they launched, the Fighting Thunder or whatever the game is. I love that game, by the way. It was fun. Lightning? I forgot the name of the game. You think City Wolf's simple? Actually, it's kind of complex, Pop. You could get fancy. It's easier than like most games, but there's a lot of like, you know, you gotta press drop. What's that? You gotta press the rev button, you know, rev plus that. You guys enjoy playing the beta, the Fatal Fury beta? Yeah, it's actually, it's like, for instance, you could do like rev cancels and stuff. So it's not that easy. I would agree, just the fact that, you know what makes it easy, Pop, it's just because it's 4 buttons. That's basically, it's 4 buttons plus like some extra binds if you want. But like the core of the game, you can just press 4 buttons. So in that sense, it's definitely easier, but it still has some stuff on it that makes execution. You still have to have execution for. But you guys remember like when the Cannon Brothers did Rising Thunder? That's the name of the game, Rising Thunder. Yeah, it feels a little chunky, but that's how KOF is. You know, SNK, I should say. Oh, so many wires, guys. So many buttons. That's okay. Okay, now we have wired all the extra buttons up. one more zip tie here. Not gonna lie, I could see myself get the game. I already bought the game on PC, so I don't think I'm gonna buy it on console yet. I'm gonna just buy it on PC because I personally don't run tournaments, you know? I don't think I'll ever run a Fatal Fury tournament. I'll let the homies handle that, you know what I mean? I just don't, I'm not gonna put faith in that the game's gonna last that long. I know that sounds whack, right? But in reality, I don't really know how long the game's gonna last. Like, you really think that Fatal Fury is gonna take over Tekken and Street Fighter as, like, you know, premier game? What do you guys think? It's just gonna be another option for, like, but I don't think it'll be there. It always happens. It's just gonna fall into SNK obscurity. Like, I really love Sam Show. I thought Sam Show was awesome. I mean, I still like to play Sam Show. But what happened to that? Like, we had like 1 year of Sam Show. You don't think the game's gonna last? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but then we have all these celebrities in the game, you know? Ronaldo and that fake DJ. The whack DJ. How did a DJ get into a game, bro? Like, and I'm a DJ, I'm just like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, why, bro? Apparently a Saudi prince. Okay. Let us wire up these buttons. So we're going to do the directions first. We're going to do the directions first. What the hell just happened, guys? Here we go. Two. Three. Four. Okay. Yeah, that's the grounds for the button movement. So left is going to be yellow. Okay. Down is orange. No, down is red. Down is red. Okay, right is green, and then orange is up. I really hope this works when we plug this in, guys. I'm like kind of sweating it. There's just too much happening. Okay. Trying to just get this like neater. Okay. Zip tie. What? We used all the zip ties? See, I told you guys I need a zip tie sponsor ASAP, guys. COVID killed Sam Show. Yeah, you're right about that. I didn't really think. Nah, you know what it is, Taj? Yeah, it's netcode and COVID. Yeah, netcode and COVID killed. Because no, if you think about it, like FSF Street Fighter thrived, and that was still delayed. Well, kind of like half delay, half, you know. We didn't have the best netcode for Street Fighter 5. Yes, I created the 6 God layout, and everyone copied it. Papaya. And sometimes they give me credit for it. Sometimes they just let it rock. Okay, joystick wired up. We got the joystick wired up. We got the directions wired up. Max, what's up, fam? How are you, bro? What you been up to, Max? Just life, I assume. Real life be taking over hard lately, guys. Okay. All right. Now we get to wire up the inputs. So let's start with the punches. Actually, let's do the grounds first. Let's just do the grounds. I'm going to sneak this in over here. Mac's been up to making me lose at Marvel Rivals.
Oh my god.
You guys be squatting up? Damn. That must hurt, Max. What's the inspiration behind 6 God? Just common sense to play Street Fighter 6 without any extra dumb buttons. I mean, I'll grab my controller if you want. Give me a sec. It's like the bare minimum best form to play Street Fighter. 6, very specifically 6. But you could use it for other games, obviously. Okay. Yeah, I'll grab my controller real quick. Answer the question. Okay, so Papaya Dude wants to know what's the inspiration behind the 6 God button layout. So this is the joystick version of it. So to answer you very specifically, okay, so this is the 6 God original joystick layout, okay? If you notice, the main 6 are 24mm buttons. Why? So that your hand can react and switch it's basically like the advantage that hitbox players have, because they're using 24mm, so you don't actually have to like move as often. You just keep your hand steady. Now, if you just put your palm on the 6 God layout, you basically have access to every button. See where my thumb lands and see where my pinky lands. You see that? Okay, so if you're playing Street Fighter, okay, main 6 is always activated. You can just bump in between buttons with your 3 digits here, and then I have parry on thumb, or you could use DI, but I use parry. So you could parry on thumb, so you have like just frame parries very fast. Because normally if you're playing, right, and then you parry, you have to move your hand. You have to switch. I don't know what you do to do parry, but you have to like move. Or DI, same thing, right? You have to like DI like this, or like, think about it. That extra movement, I'm gonna do in slow motion, that takes a frame. Or like a couple frames, right? Like just to switch and then switch back to your normal. So imagine not having to do that. So remember, this parry button was typically down over here, okay? So, and you could do that too. You can hit pinky, but it's just awkward because your whole hand will be stretched very awkwardly. Thumb is much more natural position, and your hand's always, like, it's just there anyway. So, for instance, if you do button into drive rush cancel, you could just go like this, like that, and then you can continue on with your combo without losing any frames, like literally frames of moving. That's basically it. It's just, and that's why I invented the 6 God, and that's why everyone copied my shit. Right? Okay, let's keep wiring. And then I have other variations of 6 God now, so that's basically it. But shout out to the actual people that reached out to me and asked if they can offer it without, because the other companies, just like the Chinese companies, for instance, like Fightbox. Yeah, cool. Literally just have the same name on the website. Like have no respect, bro. But you know, these guys operate on a different level. They definitely just operate on a different wavelength of I don't give a fuck. They have a little respect, you know?
Dope Mikey on the beat. Dope Mikey on the beat.
Okay. All right, here we go. We are still wiring this damn stick up. There's so many buttons. I'm almost done, guys. We still have the side buttons to do too. But we have to install the side brackets. I'm gonna miss lunch, ain't I? Yeah. Okay. Last action button. Getting wired right now. Boom. Okay. Zip tie. I need like I need an assistant just to give me zip ties. You know, like surgeons would be like scalpel. I mean like zip tie. Yeah, you could do so 6 God officially, other than like, is on For the Dub or BnB. So you could do BnB through Focus Attack or jonyfraze.com for the dub, or any of my other sticks. I appreciate the support of Pi, dude. Appreciate that. Okay. So many wires, guys. Okay. Still got to wire this guy up. And this is going to be for the start, home, and select. And we have to do the touchpad. I forgot about touchpad. Where's that wire? Here we go. Yeah, we also have to wire up the touchpad connector. So let me get that plugged in. Okay. Tired of carrying your Hori to the homie session? What's wrong with that stick? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay. Zip tie.
Another jonyfraze production.
Oh, guys, you're listening to some of my older beats. Just like any of the beats that I did without any samples, I just threw them on a playlist, as well as the homie Diego and the homie Dope Mikey. Shout out to those guys for hooking me up with some beats. Okay. Let's put some of these tools away that we don't need. Put that all here temporarily. Garbage. Garbage. All right, let's get our side brackets going. This is gonna be really fun. Check this out, guys. We actually made custom 3D printed side brackets. I have a 3D printer now, so I can do a little bit different things. I'm gonna put this all right here. Okay. Let me flash what we got so far. The Joker stick coming along nice. Got all the protection on still. Okay. All right. So you see these? So we're gonna make a stack. Like we're gonna make a stack that matches the Joker colors. So this is gonna be the corner stack like that. Purple, purple, green, purple. Okay. Shout out to like the whole crew, like Frieza, very specifically Frieza, helping me out, kind of get sorted with my 3D printer. But yeah, the guys in the Discord have been like super helpful, man. These guys just got me on the right path. So you see, they basically stack up to be one set of sides like that. What bottom are good to try at my Victrix? Corey, I don't know what that means, bro. I have no clue what that means. jonyfraze, do you make Xbox Fightsticks or just PlayStation? Game hard, it doesn't, like, this board, actually not this particular one, but like, it just depends on what board you put in. So yeah, I can do Xbox. Like, if you use Brooks Gen 5X, yeah, then you have a, oops, I messed up. Then you have an Xbox board. My next build, I'm going to be putting a Gen 5X in, and that works on PlayStation and Xbox. So yeah, short answer to your question, yes. Ah. Yo, well, I don't understand this Apple Music playlist, bro. It just keeps cycling through. Hold on. It's supposed to shuffle through, but it's been playing the same songs over and over.
Don't forget the olives.
Yeah, Corey, can you elaborate on your question? I don't really understand what that means. Like, what do you mean bottom? think he meant buttons. I mean, you could use any button. I mean, the ones that I particularly like nowadays are like the Ctong buttons. I like Ctong. I like a lot. Gravity is good too. Apparently, there's some new gravity buttons that the Chamba gravities that have adjustable actuation points. I want to get my hands on one of those. I want to try that out. And they have clears, so you can put artwork in it. Fire. I particularly like using the gravity buttons for artwork builds because they're easy to get here in the States, and you know, they have micro switches in them. They're pretty fast for the most part, and they're nice and like silent. So I've been using those primarily for my builds. Where's my air gun? Here it is. Okay. They come in different size. I mean, you have a Victrix, so the only thing you could get are 30mm. Like the hole for your lever is 30mm, so you have to use a 30mm button. You feel me? So you can't really use anything else. You have a stock Victrix. Oh, which one do you have? You have the leverless Victrix, or do you have the? I thought you you know what? I'm so used to Victrix only having the joystick version. So yeah, if you have the leverless version, then you have 24 or 30mm buttons. Those are the only really two sizes that you need to worry about. Okay, guys. So. So I put these little bubble stickers just to give it a little bit of cushion and a little bit of
Don't forget the olives.
it fills in any gaps that this may have. Okay, so we're gonna push this in. There we go. Nice. You know what? Let me see if I can have a shorter one of these. Be right back, guys. Orange America has subscribed. Yo, Orange America. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate the sub. I think I found a skinnier one. I'm trying to find a shorter length USB cable that I can use. No, they're all about the same. Never mind. All right, coming back. Yeah, I thought I had a better, like, shorter cable. Great content, man. Keep it up. I appreciate it. I'm trying. Okay. Raw. So much wires, so many buttons in this build. Okay, I think we got a good path for this cable. course we need a zip tie. Of course we need a zip tie. Zip tied Dawn strikes again. Okay. Orange America, what are you up to? Oof, yikes.
Don't forget dollars.
All right, let's get these side panels installed. I don't really think it matters what side's what, but I'll put them the way that they're organized. Okay, so I'm gonna grab 2 of our little stickers, put these here. Whee! Okay. Guys, I am starving. I guess I'm gonna try to aim for lunch around 1 p.m. my time. Had to hop in here, hand out your Twitch. Yo, I appreciate that. I mean, you could have given that to anybody. We gave it a good old me. You could have gave your Twitch Prime to anybody. Alright. Let's do... Okay, this is going to be... Oh! Which grease you use for salmon lever pivot? I typically buy the actual OEM grease, which is called Shin-Etsu grease, DNA themes. But apparently, you could just use any silicone based grease. So just buy silicone grease for like plastic parts. Doesn't really matter. Shit, some people just use Vaseline. I kid you not. People just like, dude, I just use freaking Vaseline. I'm like, all right, man. I guess it solves multiple serves multiple purposes, if you know what I mean. I see someone say they use Honda silicone grease. Well, actually, I think Shin-Etsu is actually made by Honda. Yeah, spit on it, right? It's Haktui on it. just Haktui. Yo, remember the? I feel bad for that girl. She was cool. I hope she like bounces back instead of freaking doing that dumbass meme coin and shafted everybody. Like, I was really rooting for that girl. Haktui girl. Like, she was actually kind of entertaining, you know? Like, if she had, like, her podcast was popping. It sucks how media just spits you out, right? No pun intended. Just uses you and spits you out. Okay. So far, so good. We're getting there, guys. Oh, my God. I need the other button side. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Yo, what are the chances this is gonna work on frame 1, guys? Well, we still have to program the board and everything, so... Yep. Honda grease. Honda grease, bro. Guys, I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna grab some water. Actually, I have some water here. Okay. Don't know why this extra ground is always here, but I always cut it off. Okay. Now we got to wire up touchpad, which is green. That goes in the middle. Pink, then blue. Touchpad. Then we got the L. L3. And we got R3. Okay. Let's get this guy nestled in. Okay. She's down. I think I've used like 35 zip ties already.
Don't forget dollars.
Which lever is good, Sandjux or knee? DNA themes, I don't give opinions on that because it's just an opinion. And honestly, you just have to test them. I'm using a knee lever right now. This is what the customer wants. I cannot play on Korean lever because it's too much tension because I have tendonitis. So it's just up to you, bro. Just do you. You know, I'm whatever you feel is the most comfortable. There is no right answer for which lever is the best because it's just so subjective to you as a person physically. You know, like your idea of what feels good for inputs. I mean, it's so different. Everyone has their own opinion. It's different. So I stopped answering questions like that just because it's never right. You know. So just the best thing to do is go experience them, see which ones you like the best, read the descriptions on them, try them out, try different grommets, try different springs, blah, blah, blah. Okay. That's pretty neat, right? We did a decent job wiring up. You know, especially not using like any, what do you call it? Sleeving. I like not to do sleeving for my customer build so they can just replace stuff on their own. Because if you can't replace stuff on your own, and it's like, that's a big component for me. I need it to be like, I need the client to be able to adjust something if needed. Okay. Those are super high-end, endless tunable sticks. There's, yeah. That's an unanswerable question, yeah. I stop answering questions like that. I'll just tell you what I like, you know? I made a video, if you guys go back to my YouTube archive, like my favorite lever build, it's on there. That's what I like. And I explained that right away. I'm like, I'm not saying this is the best lever. I'm saying that's what I like. Just a personal preference. Okay. Next up, guys, we gotta get the bottom on. Bottom panel.
Don't forget dollars.
It could be your switch's DNA. It could be the switches are going bad. So you just need to replace that PCB. The switch PCB? TPMA, whatever. PCB. Okay. You got the bottom graphic, guys. This is the Killing Joke graphic. Nice. Forgot to poke out one of these holes. I got it. Where's our bottom plate? Here we go. You got the 03 PCB, a bit soft to me. So you could change the actuation, but not just the micro switches. You could change the tension by the spring. So maybe get like a 1.5 spring if you want like a little bit more tension. Okay. Just trying to get this unpeeled, guys. Oh, we do have one extra surprise, too, so stay tuned. We have one extra surprise that we did. Kind of like I had extra stuff, and it matched the theme. And, yeah, I was like, oh, cool. I'll show it to you guys. I'm not going to spoil it. Come on. There we go. Guys, you see this stuff? Never peel this by your artwork. You see, I'm kind of like away from my artwork. If you do this and it snags, this is tape. If you do this right by your artwork, it's going to snag it and then you're screwed. Literally screwed. I always like stand like a couple feet back from the artwork. Okay. I don't know what any of that means, DNA. I never even checked to see if the song, like, I never even knew they had serial numbers on there. I just literally buy the replaceable TPMA PCB assembly. Anytime I need new, is there something wrong with the JLF? I just order that. It's like $10 US. Looks like this. I have like 1,000 of them over here. This part. Hey, cute hag, what up? Too easy. You got your Charlie Nash on over there, okay. All right. Too easy. On some gal tip. Finally kind of caught a live build. Really, cute egg? You definitely have been around. Am I bugging? I don't know. I could be bugging. We're like almost at the end. We're like, well, wait, I got to put this bottom on, and then I have to test it. We got to program the buttons. All right. So that's the bottom panel. It's nice and flush. All right, let's install it down here. See how it kind of just pops right on? Very nice. Okay, so I kind of have like 2 mini surprises. First surprise is that I know this is really lame and it's like kind of like nonchalant, but I engineered this foot, 3D printed foot. I made this by myself. Like, it's one of the things I'm starting to learn how to make stuff in like 3D, 3D software like Tinkercad, and then I'm learning how to use what do you call that? Fusion. So yeah, this is like so I'm just starting very simply, making things that I need for builds. So this is my first little thing. I made I made like the corner covers for the dub. You guys have probably seen that already, like the corner covers and stuff. But yeah, I've been slowly trying to make stuff. Yeah, that's why I'm like, what? Like, what are you talking about? Hold on. I'm not really happy how this is sitting. Crazy how much like 1 little millimeter can make things feel different. Okay. Put that back on. There we are. Okay. Now let's proceed with these. Ah! So we're putting in these little 3D printed purple feet that I made. Okay. 2 more. It's fun making like your own parts. Probably gonna like end up making a lot more stuff in the future. Like, so the things that I designed myself were these feet, the corners, right? The pass through, the surround part. The inside is actually the piece that's inside. I didn't design that. That's like from I forgot the guy's name, but I just took the middle piece because I don't really sell Nutric ports, so that middle piece. But the outside, I designed that myself. Okay, and then finishing touch, guys. Check this out. I had some extra neon green foams from. I don't know if you guys are familiar with my channel. I did a video for Red Bull, Anakin. I got this stuff that's like neon green foam. Okay. And I had literally just enough. I had like one little square, just like, imagine there was a rectangle around this, just to make these. So it says ha ha ha, and that's gonna go right over here. So completely custom, like no one, I'm probably never gonna be able to make these again in my life, so. All right, let's get this. Okay, he's trying to get the right position. Okay, that looks good to me. Yeah, so we haven't done a stick with a full bottom in a long time. So, oh, one thing I gotta test. I gotta make sure. Yep, I don't hear any scraping from the lever on the bottom. So enough clearance. Got that going. Okay, let's plug this in and kind of get this tested really quick, and then we'll do. Oh wait, I have to do a tighten. Gonna do a tightening here. Make sure this is tight. Yep. Tight. Tight. Good. Okay. Get some water. Woo! Guys, this was a journey, man. Let me tell you. Just cleaning up a little bit, guys. Okay. I'm just gonna test for general connectivity first. All right, let's see what we got, guys. Hopefully this actually works. Oh my gosh. So obviously the the 4 extra buttons are not programmed. So we can't really do anything with that so far. Okay, so we do have an Xbox controller. It showed up as Xbox. Okay, so let's test the joystick first. Let's do up, good, down, left, and right. Awesome, that's working. Up, down, left, and right. Okay, let's test the inputs on the leverless. Left, down, right. Thumb is up, good. And this should be extra left. Yep. Okay, good. Now let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. So now all we have to do is... Okay, so we're gonna send it to the GP2040. I don't know if you guys know that little trick. So if you press jab and strong, 1 punch plus 2 punch plus start, and hold it down, it resets into the controller mode. That's a little trick right there. Let me make this a little bigger for you guys. Okay. So we're gonna go to pin mapping, okay? Okay, so we have 26 to 29 assigned. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do this to test, but I'm gonna make it like, let's just do punches. We'll do punches, so we have extra punches. Let's do arcade. Here we go. So we'll just do P1, P2, P3, and then P4. Okay. I'm gonna hit save on this particular setup. And then, oh, also I'm gonna go and turn off input modes. I'm gonna turn off all of these shortcuts. Just turn all these off. Just program all that later. Hit save. Then I'm gonna make sure that it's always on neutral. SOCD is neutral. Okay, that's good. Okay, input mode. Yep. Oops, let's do PS4. Okay. Now let's go back and test out this. So wait, I forgot to exit out. I'm done. Reboot into controller mode. Okay. Nice. Now that should be bringing us back here. Okay, here we go. So now these extra buttons should be jab. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, perfect. So these are all configured. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now he knows to do 26, 27, 28, 29 is these extra buttons. Okay, let's send it back to GP2040.
Look, I was just listening to this boy the other day, man. You know, phrase
Bring it back here. I'm gonna go back to pin mapping. Now I'm just gonna clear these out. Yeah, I'm gonna clear these out. I'm just gonna hit nothing. Okay. And I'm gonna hit save. Okay, Spets, have you ever watched this on the replay? Left to right, it's pins 26 to 29. 26, 27 to 28, 29. Okay, so there's that. All right, next up, let's go test this bad boy out. Let me boot up Street Fighter. Let me throw a glove on, do a quick test. Just making sure my camera didn't die. No Diddy button. I think then you know what? There's enough space too. There's enough space for the stickless and the lever. Uh-oh. Did I not reset it? There we go. Okay. Let me remove this. We are using a knee lever Neo. Oh no, guys, I'm such a scrub. I installed the dust washer backwards. Okay, we're gonna have to open it, but let's just do a quick button test. Let's pick my. I knew I messed up. I knew we had to open it at least once. I will remove all this stuff on top too. Don't worry about that. We'll do that in the last second. Nice. Okay, everything does work, guys. Everything does work. Let's try the lever.
You're listening to the sounds of jonyfraze.
Is there anything that combos right to level 2? Oh yeah, that. Yeah, that, okay. Level 2 is so good. Does that work? Oh no. That's a pretty big combo. That's actually doable in game because you'll have enough meter for that. Yeah, that's insane. Okay. Let's do that one fix, guys, and then we'll do the final, take off all the protection stuff. But yeah, it does work. I just have to flip the, You know what? I'm going to try something. While we're at it, since we have to remove it, I'm going to see if my custom dust washer fits. I don't know if it's going to fit, but we'll try. So I do have a custom for the dub dust washer. Let's see if that works. All right. I do have to... Oh, wait. Oh, crap sauce. Let's see. Did I... I think I made a... I gave a spare one. One second. I think I already have one done up, and I don't have to do this. Yes. Oh, no. Come on. Usually I have spare parts somewhere, guys. I just can't find my... Aha! Okay, I might have a spare one in here. Already done up. Yes! I have one. Let's go. Because I do have to shave off the corners and like get this all peeled off. The hole for the 4 dub dust washer is usually too wide for a Korean lever. Some Korean levers have a wider shaft, so it may work. Okay, I'll try. I mean, what's the worst case that can happen, right? Worst case is we fail, and we just use the stock one, which is cool. Okay, let's undo my stupidity really quick. Out of all the things, like I did the wiring perfectly, right? It's always like that, right? Like, I did the wiring perfectly, and then the only thing that I mess up is, like, the direction of the freaking dust washer. Like, come on. Let's find out if it's gonna work, though. Oops. Okay. You sit here, friend. For a sec. I just need my flathead screwdriver. Just right here. Okay, I just have to remove the pill top, which is relatively easy. There you go. Last time this went flying, so I gotta be careful. And it went flying. Oh my god. I don't know what it is about that pill top. It's always like so. Thank God I have a rug under here. Okay. Whew. Okay, let's go see if the For the Dub one works. Okay. It should fit, hopefully. I don't know. Oh yeah, it fits. Perfect. These things are so slippery. I don't know, guys. You think the red one? I think it looks. It'll probably look better with the red shaft. I don't know, but yeah, we agreed on clear, so we're just gonna pop the clear on. It does work. Look at that. Okay, let's get this buttoned up. Honestly, he's gonna replace the bat top anyway. He wanted the specific one that he's special ordering from Korea, I believe. Okay. Let's put the top back on. Let me put this dust washer with the parts for the knee lever. Okay, let's put on the feet again. Let's cheat, guys. Let's use the electric screwdriver. I don't recommend power tools, like high torque power tools, but if you have one of these like low torque electric screwdrivers, yeah, these are cool. You probably still have to go over it with a manual, but you know. Wow, this is a 3-hour build, guys. Wow. I think this project overall has been like 12 hours. It took me a whole day to do the artwork. Then I had to make the case, print the art, all the little 3D printing bits, you know, laser cut these foams. Literally a lot of work. Okay, let's remove all the, yeah, the big F1 drill. Imagine, Pop. Let's remove all these protector jammies. You know, I didn't get to see the gunmetal. Pretty excited about this. Imagine the big ass like wheel changing drills. Yo, wow, I love the gunmetal. Look at that. I kind of like it because it like offsets the shiny gold a little bit. So the gold's like the main inputs, and then like the secondary like other inputs are. Nice. That's it, guys. We're done. Joker build completely done. Got some gunmetal and gold. Woo! New 52 style Batman and Joker on this side. Hit stick, meaning we have a lever and leverless. And we have Joker smiley panels on this side. Ha 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 in the background. This side features some of the comic panels from what's that? Which Joker? Oh, gosh. Killing Joke. Yeah. This side features panels from the Killing Joke comic. Okay. You got both sides with gold panels. I'm sorry, both button sides with gold buttons, and it has the ha 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 pattern in the back. Okay. And then the USB port side has a Joker facing us. And then we have some comic panels from the Batman That Laughs on this side. Okay. 3D printed parts, we have the purple and green USB pass-through plates, purple and green accents on the corners for stability. And this is available through my commissions only. These are not part of the standard DIY kits that I make, because I have to basically fit them. Okay, so we have all those here. We have the bottom panel. This is the Killing Joke. Sorry. Come on, camera. Yeah, this is the Killing Joke bottom. Famous cover. Got Spets the Hollow engraved into the camera. It's hard to see. And we also have engraved foam, which is custom, neon green. Parts wise, we use Knee Lever Neo for the lever for the Dub Dust Washer. Then we have gold Crown 202B metallic buttons. And then the accent additional buttons are gunmetal. And then on the sides, these are Sanwa gold buttons. But yeah, this is cooked, guys. And we did test it, everything's working. I do have to do a quick run on PlayStation 5, make sure that works. And I'll do that while I have lunch. I have to take photos, pack it up, and send this off into the ether. Actually, it's going to the UK. So that's it, guys. We are done. Joker stick for SpetsTheWise, aka Spets the Hollow, is done. 3 hours busting our ass, guys. Woo! Yes. Let's get a still frame for. Whoa. Let's get a still frame for. There we go. Okay, guys. I'm gonna call it for today. Still a little bit more work to do. Like I said, I have to take photos and pack it up and whatnot. I actually have some other orders to kick out too, so I probably have to knock that out before the end of the day. Yeah, I haven't really, I mean, this is my first time really using it. It didn't feel like anything different than a standard bat top, to be honest. Yeah. All right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are watching this on a VOD on YouTube or Twitch, let me know in the comments what you guys think about this build. And I will catch you guys in the next one. We do have another one really soon. There's going to be like back to